Hi, I'm Todd Rutledge with Legendary Homes, and I'd like to talk about what's included in our base price of our homes. Now, our base price includes sales tax, freight within 30 miles of our model, row setting the house onto the foundation, finishing the drywall, um, the marriage line doors, and seaming the carpet, and then also siding the ends. And then the standard specs of the home of the series that you're looking to build. Uh, each one I'll go through. Sales tax is included. There will be additional sales tax that will need to be added to any options or upgrades of the home that you add. Um, so we'll figure that out when we go through the options and get that cost figured out. Row setting onto the foundation is included. Um, Now on my price sheets I do show an additional amount for a crane, or because our standard foundations we've been using are the insulated precast foundations. So for that we either need to crane set the home, or we need to do some extra bracing of the home. And so depending on what way we go, I do show on my price sheets to to either crane or rope or extra bracing. So that's included on my total price sheets if you look at those. If you have any questions, you can let me know. Freight within 30 miles of our model. If you get farther away, there will be some additional charges. Trucking of the house is going to cost more. Permits for the house in different counties can cost more. There's just more costs involved with traveling farther. If we get too far away, talk to me, because some areas it's just not feasible for us to take care of the general contracting. We will pretty much go most anywhere to set the house. If you want to take care of the general contracting and just want us to get the house there and set the home, we can do that most generally. But um, for taking care of lining everything up, when you get too far away, it's just not feasible, and I can't keep a good eye on the contractors that's doing the work, and plus if they're farther away, it's contractors I don't normally use, and um, it's just not cost effective to be able to make sure everything goes smoothly. So something to keep in mind. Also included is finishing the drywall on the marriage line where the homes sections come together. That will need to be drywall hung and then taped and mudded. And then also cracks going through the house will need to be touched up. And any doors where the house comes to get sections come together, the mate line or marriage line, that those doors are included with installing that. And then also trim work. I don't have that down. Finishing up the trim once, right there, once that drywall is finished up, there will be some trim that needs to be finished up. Also, siding the ends of the house is included. On the standard specs of the homes, that's going to be pretty much the standard specs, although on the Advantage series, I do include the mod package in our base prices. So that already does have the drywall and the modular package included. So on Redman Homes spec sheet, they don't show it including some of the things that actually is included. So just wanted to make sure you were aware of that. Also, I've been just started showing the square foot price of our homes. I normally don't like giving the per square foot price because there's a lot of variables that go into that, and unless you really know what's included, it really doesn't do a lot of good. Although when I've been talking to some of my contractors, they've been telling me that stick-built homes have been, for just a basic home, has been running around $140 a square foot. And I've had some people tell me they were looking and getting stick-built cost as much as $180 to $200 a square foot. So our base price I was looking at our model home, which is 1,800 square foot, and it's around $105 a square foot, 105, 106, somewhere in there. So that's, our model home does include a lot. We did a lot to it, upgrades. So for that price, it's a really good deal for 1,800 square foot. Now, to give you an example why I don't like going with square foot price, if you compare that to our price of um, like the lower line, the basic home, the Advantage series is more a little basic, don't include as much standard. Um, some of those homes are, I think, around $122 a square foot for like a 12 or 1,300 square foot home. So the smaller you go, the more per square foot it's going to be. So you can't just take a per square foot across the board. It's really different on depending on what size and what series. So I don't normally like showing that because it's too broad, but I have started showing that so you at least have a general idea, because most people seem to have a square foot price they have in mind, and so I started showing that, so hopefully that is helpful, and you can see for comparison. But you should look at what all is included in my base prices, and that $105, $106 a square foot does include all the on-site work, the well and septic, plumbing, electrical hookups. Also, that is including the garage. So, that's really a pretty good deal from what I'm hearing comparing to stick-built homes. So, um, and it's, modular homes are definitely a better way to go than stick-built, in my opinion. And so, something to look at. We are located on 127 south of Jackson, about 10 miles south of 94 and 5 miles north of 12. So be sure to, there should be a red subscribe to the channel button on YouTube if you want to subscribe. Be sure to click on that to get additional videos when I post them. And then also, if you have any comments, or if you found this post to be helpful, please leave a comment and let me know that it was helpful. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, be sure to let me know, and if you would like additional information, give me a call, or you can also, if you're not already signed up for our price sheets and floor plans, you can sign up to get information on that. So be sure to take a look at those and find a floor plan, and then we can get together and go over other costs. Be sure to let me know if you have any questions. There's my phone number, 517-206-2435. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Thanks.